If getting your products into boutiques has been on your list for some time, then this is your sign. The Retail Ready Wholesale Challenge is a 5-day private podcast experience that walks you through exactly how to find the right retailers, write a pitch that gets replies, and follow up like a pro. It's only 20 minutes a day, $25, and by day 3, you'll have real pitches in real retailer inboxes. One wholesale account more than pays for this challenge many times over. Go to retailreadychallenge.com or the link in the show notes to grab your spot. Here's a question I get asked all the time from product-based business owners who are selling wholesale on Faire. Andee, I want to offer a fair market discount to attract new retailers, but every time I do the math, it feels like I'm basically giving my product away. Am I doing something wrong? And my answer is always the same. Yes, but not in the way you think. You're not doing the math wrong, you're doing the wrong math. And today we're fixing that on the She Sells Differently podcast. Hi, friends. Welcome to She Sells Differently, the show for aspiring women entrepreneurs looking to overcome the fear of selling and grow thriving businesses from a place of authenticity and confidence. I'm Andee Hart, and it wasn't all that long ago that I was a sales executive for a Fortune 500 company. But I knew in my heart that I was called to use my gifts for something more, something different. That's exactly why I created the She Sells Differently podcast. Each episode is going to deliver you business strategies, tools, and mindset shifts to help set you and your brand apart from our culture's expectations. It's time to elevate your sales and build a profitable, sustainable business you're proud of, one built on integrity, grace, and humility. It's time to learn how to sell differently. Hey, welcome back to She Sells Differently. I'm your host, Andee Hart. And if you are a product business owner trying to grow wholesale revenue on Faire, then this episode is for you. Because today is one episode that I've been wanting to record for a while because I see this mistake happen over and over again, and it's killing your profit margins, especially for those makers who are working incredibly hard. And let's be real, you deserve to see that work pay off. We're talking about the Faire market discount. It comes around twice a year. And specifically today, I'm going to give you 2 math hacks that make it possible to offer that discount along with the Faire commission confidently and attract new buyers and still pay yourself what you're worth. I'm going to give you a clear framework you can apply to your product business today. Now, before we get into it, if you have not set up your Faire shop, or you feel like your Faire shop is not converting the way it should, I want to invite you to join the waitlist for Faire Accelerator. It's launching in the next few weeks, and it's brand spanking new. It's not a course. This is a step-by-step action plan that we are going to execute together to help you get to your first 10 or next 10K months on Faire. So the link is in the show notes if you want to join the waitlist for that. Okay, let's get into it. And let's start with some context because I think understanding the why behind market discounts actually helps make the math make more sense. So Faire offers what it calls a market discount during certain promotional windows. And these usually happen twice a year during Faire Summer and Faire Winter Market. And essentially, it's a percentage off your wholesale prices that Faire promotes to buyers during these markets. Now, Faire will match up to 5%. So if you offer 5% off, then Faire will offer an additional 5% off, making it a total of 10% off. And when a buyer sees that your products are discounted during a market event, it lowers the barrier to entry in trying a brand new brand. And boutique owners are way more willing to take a chance on someone new when there's a discount attached. So the market discount is genuinely a powerful tool for customer acquisition, but that's actually where the problem starts because most sellers look at the market discount and think about it in the wrong way. They think my wholesale price is already 50% off my retail price. Now Faire wants me to take another 5 or 10% off, and that's on top of the 15% commission if the retailer is not buying through your Faire direct link. So at the end of the day, I have nothing left from a profit standpoint. And if you built your pricing that way, the fear is completely valid because you probably don't have anything left. So here's the part most people miss. The fair market discount is not supposed to come out of your profit. It's supposed to be a planned line item in your pricing strategy from the beginning. And the sellers who do this well don't panic when fair market rolls around or any industry trade show that they're exhibiting at because they've already accounted for it. And that's exactly what we're going to set you up to do today. Okay, here's my first hack. It's called the discount stack pricing method. And the reason I call it that, and once you understand it, you will never think about your pricing the same way again. But here's the concept. When you're building your wholesale price, most people only account for the one layer of discount, the standard wholesale margin, which is typically around 50% off of retail. So if your product retails for $40, your wholesale price is $20. But when you utilize my discount stack method, before you finalize that wholesale price, you need to stack your discounts and build backwards. So I'm going to walk you through this step by step. I want you to start with your cost of goods. And this is the actual cost to make or source your product. It includes materials, labor, packaging, any production overhead. And I want you to be thorough here because most makers undercount this number. And next, I want you to establish your minimum acceptable margin. This is the percentage of your wholesale price that you need to keep in order to actually make a profit. A healthy wholesale margin typically is anywhere between 40 and 50% above cost of goods. Once you have that number, I want you to write it down. Now, here's where the stack comes in. I want you to ask yourself, what is the maximum discount I might ever need to offer on this product? So on Faire, that might be 20% total if you do a 5 discount on the product during fair market, and then potentially an additional 15% to take into account for fair commissions. And then I want you to add in a small buffer, maybe 5% for any future promotional flexibility. Now you're going to reverse engineer your retail price from the bottom up and make sure every layer of discount is already baked in before you ever publish a price. So instead of starting at retail and working down, you're starting at your profit floor and working up. You're building the discount in from the very beginning and not trying to absorb it at the end. So I'm going to walk you through this with a concrete example. Let's say your cost of goods on a candle is $8 and you need a 45% margin above cost, which means your wholesale price needs to be at least $14.50. Now, you potentially need to account for 20% market discount, and that includes the commission that Faire will take out, which is around 15% if a retailer does not buy from your Faire direct link. And so that means that your true base wholesale price needs to be at least $18.15 to survive that discount and still protect your margin. Now, always round up to the next number for clean math. So in this case, I would do like $18.50. And your retail price is then set to 2 times wholesale, so $37. Or if you want a cleaner number in retail, which a lot of people do, you can adjust that to $38 or $40. And here's the thing, that candle at $40 retail is entirely reasonable. And that $18.50 wholesale price is competitive. And when a market event hits and Faire shows buyers a 5 or 10% discount along with their commission, you're not sweating it because you've already planned for it. So the discount stack method is not about charging more, it's about charging correctly. Now, here's hack number 2. And this is called the floor price rule. And this one is more operational, but it's just as important. And it's a simple policy decision that you make before any market or promotional event ever starts. So here's the concept. Every product in your Faire shop should have an internal floor price. And that floor price is the absolute minimum you will sell that product for, regardless of a discount that you offer, any discount that you offer. And this sounds simple, but most sellers have never actually written this number down. They're just hoping the math works out when discounts get applied. And the thing I have learned is that hope is not a pricing strategy. So here's how to implement the floor price rule. For each product, calculate your cost of goods, then calculate your target margin. And the resulting number is your floor price. This is the wholesale price below which you will never go, period. End of story. Now, before you participate in your next Faire market, you review your product list again against your floor prices. And if a market discount would push any product below its floor price, you have two options here. So option one is you can exclude that product from the market event. And Faire allows you to choose which products participate in the discount. Or option two, you can adjust the product's base wholesale price before the event. And even after the discount, you're still above the floor. So most makers do neither of these. They opt into the market event with everything, and then they wonder why the orders from the event didn't actually move their business forward. And here's a mindset piece that I want to add here because I truly believe this matters and mindset is everything. Participating in Faire market at a loss is not a marketing strategy. And I know that sounds obvious, but I've talked to hundreds of makers who tell me they did a Faire market and got a bunch of orders but still felt broke at the end of the month. And when we dig into the numbers, the pricing was the problem. Volume is only valuable when your margin is intact, and 100 orders at a loss is 100 problems, not 100 wins. So the floor price rule is how you protect yourself. It's how you show up to every Faire market event with confidence because you already know everything I'm offering is profitable no matter what discount gets applied. So there you have it. 2 tools. The discount stack helps you build pricing that can survive a market discount from the start. And then the floor price rule gives you a pre-event review process so you never accidentally underprice. So I'm now going to give you a quick practical checklist you can use before every Faire market event. And it's just 5 quick steps. First, I want you to pull up your full product list and your cost of goods for each of those products. 2, I want you to calculate the floor price for each product using your minimum acceptable margin. Step 3, I want you to run the math on the market discount percentage for that event. And I want you to think about, does every product in your shop stay above its price after that discount is applied? And if not, step 4, I want any product that falls below its floor price, decide whether to exclude it from the event or simply update the base wholesale price. And then lastly, with step 5, opt into the market event with confidence, knowing every product you're offering is profitable. That's it. It's 5 steps. You can do this in an afternoon before your next event. And if your pricing has never been built with the discount stack method, this might be a good moment to do a full pricing audit, at least on your top sellers, before Faire Summer Market. It is worth the time, I promise. And if you're wanting to go deeper, building a wholesale pricing strategy that actually supports your business goals and pays you what you're worth, then my all-new Faire Accelerator is built exactly for this. It's not another course. We actually walk hand in hand through your pricing, shop setup, your outreach strategy, and your conversion metrics in a high-touch coaching environment. So check out the link in the show notes below to join the wait list and learn more. So that is a wrap on this week's episode. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Building a wholesale business that is sustainable, profitable, and aligned with your life is absolutely possible, and you deserve every bit of the success that is waiting for you. So I will be back next Wednesday with an all-new episode. Until then, I'm cheering you on. All right, that's a wrap on today's episode of She Sells Differently. Friends, it would be a huge blessing to me if you would take 2 seconds to rate and subscribe to my podcast. New episodes drop every Wednesday. Until then, I'm cheering you on in your entrepreneurial journey. See you next time.